Hello, welcome back to the ChaoticCorp podcast where we talk about, this season we're talking about The Mandalorian Season 2. I'm your host, Tristan, joined by my co-host,
Jordan. Hello.
Hello, and we have a guest on here. He's a returning guest from last week and also our first episode, Alpha Scorch.
Hey, what's up?
He always
Hey.
says the same thing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, I mean, like,
That's okay.
I also say the same thing. Like, I try to switch it up a little bit, but there's only so much you could do. It's like, hey,
There's only so much you can do.
I'm here.
Yeah,
And someone else is here.
yeah. I get nervous sometimes with these podcasts. It's like I don't know what to say first.
Yeah, it happens. I remember when me and Jordan first started doing it, we pressed record and we just started staring at each other because we didn't know what we were doing. And we had, like, what, 2 or 3 takes before we, like actually went rolling, you know?
Yeah.
But,
I also remember like I had a YouTube channel like long before my gaming channel, and like I was just nervous, like I don't know what to put on here, so I just tear down the whole project.
yeah, see, it's very awkward if you do, like, solo videos. Because I was just recording a solo video earlier, which that's going to come out Thursday. Just a little self-promo. But I was recording a self video earlier, and it's just so awkward just talking to the TV. Because, like, there was no one in my party, and I was just trying to do a solo. And it's just so awkward talking to nobody. So, like, the podcast, you're actually talking to people. But, But anyway, on to the episode. Oh, sorry, go on.
Hey. Yeah, and plus, like if I wasn't gonna be a part of this podcast, I was going to record the next video for my YouTube channel, probably on like Destiny 2 or something.
Oh yeah.
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 So, let's get on to it.
If he comes out with that video, we will be sure to put that in a card somewhere in this video, probably near the end.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we start out the episode. Spoiler alert. Let me just remind everyone real quick. The idea of the show is to watch The Mandalorian. At this point, this episode's been released Saturday morning, so if you're this caught up, you should have already seen it. But the idea is you see the episode, and then we talk about it here. But I do know there's another side of the fan base that actually likes spoilers and want to know what's going on before they see it. So, if you want,
Those people are crazy.
they are, but you know what? If you're watching it, we appreciate you anyway. So you can
no,
say
we
if you
definitely
like. But otherwise, spoiler alert, all that good stuff. We start out the episode with freaking Ahsoka Tano. Just sliced it through.
So good.
It was great. I thought they were going to have to
man.
wait until halfway through the episode.
I know.
Mando's going to talk to certain people and just be all weird, and then finally, out in the forest, he'll find her, or in some kind of gray Jedi temple that will find her. That's what I was thinking, that we're going to see her in the middle of the episode, but no, it was just straight up right there.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a Boba Fett moment, like in episode 1, which, by the way, really upset me. I hope he comes back.
Yeah, I hope he does come back too.
I don't think they're gonna screw us over like that. I trust Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, because we got a whole episode worth of Ahsoka Tano, a whole episode worth of Bo-Katan and her group. We only got one, like 5 seconds, 10 seconds of Boba Fett. I trust that they'll bring him in, maybe towards the end. I hope, but I don't know. I trust them, but then again, I'm but it is Disney. And I feel like they have the final say.
Here's what my thought is that Moff Tarkin, or not Moff Tarkin, I'm sorry, what's his name?
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon. Yeah.
Moff Gideon. Tarkin.
Man, listen, they're Imperials. I don't know.
Yeah,
Imperials.
We've only known 2 Grand Moffs.
Have we?
Regular Moffs.
But
Am I right?
Maybe.
No, I don't know about Grand Moffs. Any other Grand Moffs?
Grand Moff Target, and then there's just Moff Gideon. I don't think we know anybody else. Yeah.
So Yeah, I feel like Moff Gideon is gonna like realize that maybe they can't like defeat Mando with Imperial tactics, so they'll probably seek out another Mandalorian to take him down. And if paid handsomely, I'm pretty sure that Boba Fett would be up for it. You know, if they do find him. So if you see him in a future episode, I feel like he would have been hired by, you know, the remains of the Empire to take back. I was about to say Baby Yoda, but that was another good thing that this whole episode gave us. If Jordan, you want to lead on that, because I feel like I'm usually the one introducing points and stuff, so I don't want to.
No, it's all Gucci.
Here.
No, that's
I'm not sitting here telling you to step up. I just don't want you to feel like you're left out. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. No. When Ahsoka Tano was introduced, I think, you know, she went out into the woods, and then we saw Mando come onto the planet, and then he was hired to kill her. I feel like it was going to go into a point where he didn't realize that it was her, that it was just some other Jedi. I felt like it was going to be that, but I don't know. But luckily it didn't. So then, you know, they meet up, and then he's like, I need help. And she's like, I hope it's about him. and then she's talking him through the Force, and I'm like, that's solid. That's really freaking cool. Because I bet you everyone's like, oh, Rey and Kylo, or Ben Solo, or however you want to call him, identify him as, were the first people to do Force telepathy. Yeah, I'm like, no, that's just debunked everything.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
It's great. It's great that we had, you know, Ahsoka and you know who doing that.
What was okay? What was his name? No, it starts with a G. Rick, I hate myself. It's part of the podcast.
I want to say Gurgo, but I know I'm going to be wrong.
It's
Grogu. That's our statement. That's our staple. We don't remember names.
But I've been waiting for some kind of name to call him other than Baby Yoda for like a season and a half, okay? Listen, when that dropped, I was remembering it.
Tristan, so was I, but I was all over the fight scenes. My memory bank is full, okay? At the age of 21, my memory bank is full of Star Wars and Marvel knowledge. Man. I gotta delete some terabytes worth of stuff.
You don't need to know.
I don't need to know how. What's the alphabet again?
Recycle bin. Yeah, you just throw that in the recycle bin and just.
You could forget the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't think we're gonna be doing that anymore.
That honestly did feel like a cult thing. Doing that every morning.
Okay.
But anyway.
Let's not talk about cults. But anyways, she started talking to him, and she told him, she told him his name, and I'm like, okay, he's got a name. And then she dropped the name Master Yoda, and I'm like, okay, that's really cool. And then, you know, then she's saying that, you know, she did say that he was 50. And I don't remember, I think IG Unit in Season 1, Episode 1 may have said that he was around 50 years old. No, I'm sorry. They were looking for a target that was around 50 years old. And then he was like, this is just a child. And then IG Unit was like, maybe it's because of the species age differently. So then she also confirmed it, that he was like in his 50s. So I wonder how they got that information. That's also confusing me.
Do you remember how she got that information? Like, do you remember the child's past? Because I don't want to steal that from you either. If not, I'll just say
Yeah. It was because he was born on Coruscant in the Jedi Temple, and I was when she said that, I freaked out, and I know you guys did too. We all freaked out. Literally fangirl moment.
Because I was sitting there, I'm like, dude, he almost died.
Dude, he really did, but he escaped.
He was around the time of the barbecue.
Oh, they're having a bonfire. Oh, the Jedi Temple's having a bonfire.
The great barbecue is what it was.
Great barbecue.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Continue on in the episode. Right? He might be part of the second great barbecue. Because the problem is, I'm just saying.
Oh, I remember. I know the first Great Barbecue. Wait, is Knights of the Old Republic even canon? Is that what you're referencing there?
No. I'm talking about the second. Say Order 66, The Purge. That's the first barbecue. I'm talking about the second barbecue. Well, I don't know anything.
The second barbecue is what?
About the Knights of the Old Republic.
Episode 8.
Yes, that.
Or episode 7. I mean,
yes.
It was episode 7.
That's
really?
What I'm referring
I didn't
to
think that was. Really?
That's what I'm referring to as the second barbecue.
Oh, but is it referred to as a second barbecue amongst everyone else, though, or is it only? Are you the only person that is referring to that as the second barbecue? Did he destroy Coruscant? That's my biggest question.
Who?
Did they? They
didn't train on.
Did
Coruscant.
Snoke? No. Okay. When the second Great Barbecue happened, did they destroyed like 90% of the New Republic in Episode 7? Did the planets with their bases on them? Did they destroy Coruscant too?
I don't know.
I mean, if it's a possibility. Like,
one of those planets was like
a
city
the New
type
Republic
planet.
made
we have to watch Episode 7. It is part of our. It is part of our marathon. So when season 2 is over, if we don't hear about it, season 3.
Let me be completely transparent. The first barbecue is Order 66, Jedi Temple. The second barbecue is when Kylo turned into Kylo and destroyed and burnt down the.
That barbecue. Yes. Oh shoot! Okay.
Yes, that's what.
Well, we learned about that in Episode 8. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, can I say something real quick?
I think we kind of learned that Episode 7, but yeah, go on.
Yeah. So, this is going off topic, but since we're talking about the great barbecues, I just wanted to talk about some main mistakes, both the Jedi and the New Republic made in their time of power. Because the Jedi, they made mistakes of not being able to see the incoming threat. They didn't want to listen to other people.
They didn't want to listen.
Well, no, they were able to see the oncoming threat, but they just kind of ignored it because they didn't have too much knowledge of it. Because that was the issue, was that the future was clouded and the visions that they saw were bad.
There we go again with the clouds.
But they couldn't put together what was. Us, as outside viewer, was able to see those fragmentations. It's okay, that's what that means by Order 66. We see things throughout the Clone Wars and everything. But as Jedi, in the words of Master Yoda, he said the future is always in motion. Basically means the future always changes. So not only were those visions of pain and sorrow fragmentations, but they're also subject to change. And they didn't know how to change. And maybe even acting on those visions maybe could have brought those visions to life. So there was no way for them to come up with a strategy to avoid what was to happen. But anyway, you could continue.
Oh yeah, and plus with the New Republic, they didn't have their force. They had their forces all spread into the what do they call it? Control main sectors of the galaxy, core planets, core systems. Yeah, that's what they're calling it. Am I right? Yeah. They did not spread their forces widespread to the outer rim, and which also led to the First Order's rise, because in my opinion, I believe that's how they were able to rise to the power, because the New Republic didn't have their forces spread out to the outer rim, or they just didn't care, or they didn't have the numbers. You can't always wish that once you take somebody out of power, you can't just instantly take control and think everything's going to be easy for you.
Right.
And no, which led to many things happening. The First Order, the end of the New Republic, the Resistance having to step up. Just a lot of stuff happened, and the main source of it is both the Jedi and the New Republic. Because in my opinion, the Empire did a good job trying to keep peace and order. In my opinion, that is. Am I right about that?
No, they were also trying to keep oppression.
Yeah, they were trying to keep oppression, but it's just like the way they were able to keep peace and order throughout the galaxy before the rebellion stepped up, was just good, because they didn't have
exactly
that.
Was it? Because they still had slavery in a lot of the parts of the Empire.
Yeah, there were a few things, like the way the Empire kept peace and order was wrong, but the aftermath of it was just all good in my opinion. Cause like, you didn't see that much order and peace in the core systems or in the Outer Rim during the Clone Wars.
See, I understand order and peace, but like if the order and peace brings along slavery and a bunch of other things that aren't good, then it's not really worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Empire. It's just the way the Empire handle things was wrong.
Right.
But
basically, it was wrong, but also efficient. Like it was effective. But
that's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to get at. They were effective at keeping peace and order, but it's just that the way they did it was wrong.
Excuse me.
I'm so sorry for that.
What was that?
I was just scrolling through something and an ad came on and my phone volume was at 100%. But we're going to ignore that and move on back to the episode real quick.
What was your guys' favorite part of the episode?
Oh man, probably.
There was a lot.
I will say that I did like when they name dropped Baby Yoda, so we don't have to call him Baby Yoda anymore.
Right.
But that wasn't my favorite part. My favorite part was definitely the beginning, because there was like a huge shock factor of like, oh, okay, we're just coming out of the gates with this crap, you know? Because again, I thought that like she was gonna show up like maybe in the middle of the episode, maybe towards the end.
Right.
But she just showed up right at the beginning. I'm like, okay, that was
I was thinking like they were going to do it like how they did at the end of Force Awakens, where you see Rey walk up a mountain and Luke Skywalker is standing on the edge and she just holds out the lightsaber at him.
See, I
thought it was going to have one of those moments.
I didn't think it was going to be that dramatic. I would say that first part was definitely my favorite part, but like another part that I really liked, just showed like the old Ahsoka, was when them two were fighting and he wrapped the grapple cable around her and she just gave him this smirk and then jumped on the tree.
Yeah.
It just seemed like such an Ahsoka thing, you know. It's just like the smirk.
Oh no, 100%.
You know.
100%.
I was afraid of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That is the old Ahsoka we all know and love deep down.
Yeah.
I was afraid of Bo-Katan not being a good Bo-Katan, or that actor not being a good Bo-Katan. I'm still on the edge of that, but this Ahsoka was kind of solid. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was.
It was a shame that she's only going to be in for one episode. I mean, granted, we don't really know, but I just have a feeling the way that it ended, it might only be for one episode.
Now,
I mean, that's what we thought for season 1 with all the other characters, but hey,
I think
she also has her own storyline going for her, because
she does.
Once she took down that whole, city or whatever her name was, the Mad Jaister or whatever. She dropped that name. She's obviously looking for that person.
Yeah,
you talking about Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Yes.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
They name dropped Grand Admiral Thrawn. Hey, just imagine that. Holy crap! What if? Okay, so first we have Bo-Katan looking for the Darksaber from Moff Gideon, and then we have Ahsoka looking for frickin' Admiral Thrawn. What are we gonna do with that? What are we gonna do about that?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I start explaining? Okay. For those of you who don't know, Grand Admiral Thrawn was a high-ranking admiral in the Empire. That was part of the High Council with the Emperor Palpatine.
Well, they also have two or three books on him too. So.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about that. Thanks, Jordan.
Gotcha.
But he was scary effective, like a Moff Gideon, crazy effective. Always calm, a skilled fighter, and all that perspective. And he was first released into Star Wars Rebels Season 3. And the way he did stuff was completely effective with winning battles, commanding his own star fleets. And like spoiler alert for both of y'all if y'all want me to do it. Is it okay?
Please don't.
Or no?
Well, actually, this is a spoiler thing, but for the people that don't know, we haven't really been keeping up with Rebels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because y'all don't know what happens to him at the end of season.
Yeah, we don't know,
4, right?
I don't know.
I wonder if the books would tell. Is the books?
Maybe.
The books are canon.
I don't think the books would tell you because are they going to be talking about his time during the Imperial Academy or for the past 15 years of the Empire era?
I don't know. I haven't read the books and.
I mean, I don't know. I've only known his name from Rebels, but hey, if y'all want me to spoil the to him, then I won't.
Jordan,
I'm sorry, your mic.
Yeah, we're having technical difficulties with you, man.
Yeah.
What's going on? While Jordan fixes his mic, yeah, so they name dropped him, and it's gonna be.
Sorry, I had technical difficulties.
You sound
Alpha
like
probably
you had a
don't.
whole heart attack.
Oh really? Alpha probably don't. Probably don't spoil it. Thanks, buddy.
All right, I won't then. Yeah, because the ending for Rebels is crazy. Like I said before many times, when y'all ever get a chance to watch Rebels, I'll watch it with y'all. So if y'all have any questions about it.
I hear that. But yeah, they name dropped Thrawn. You know what they could have, Jordan, is like an end game where Moff Tarkin, no, not Moff Tarkin,
Moff Gideon.
Admiral Thrawn, maybe Boba Fett, and who was another factor? There was someone
I'm gonna be
else.
honest with you. I didn't think she was gonna name drop General Tarkin. I thought maybe they would name drop maybe
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah, or Thrawn. What did I say? Tarkin?
You said Tarkin. But it's okay. I've been saying
Tarkin already
this
dead.
entire time.
Yeah.
I thought they would maybe do
Snoke. The first one.
I thought maybe they would do Snoke. Not gonna lie to you, but I don't know. That's just where my head was at.
I don't think Snoke is born yet. I don't think Snoke is born
now. I keep forgetting that Snoke was really a clone for Palpatine, and it has been confirmed. But I don't know. My head just kind of took that little fraction of information out of my brain and just went with maybe though.
I think the ending to this whole thing on their side, on the Empire side, is going to end up being the resurrection of Palpatine, because they are trying to. Because as I mentioned in the last episode of the podcast.
Yeah, I wasn't there because I was having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, you weren't. So what I mentioned in the last episode was my theory was two of the things that they want Baby Yoda for is either make a Force-sensitive clone army, or use him or use the data pulled from him to make a clone suitable for the Emperor.
Right.
That's what I think the whole end game of Gideon's plan is, and I'm saying it could end up to be where Gideon and Tarkin, no, not Tarkin, freaking Thrawn
Please stop.
Thrawn.
Let me restart. I think the end game is going to be Gideon, Thrawn, and maybe Boba Fett will be in there, and all of their resources versus Mando, Ahsoka, Bo-Katan, and
whatever's left, or that one chick,
whoever else comes in,
and the one guy, that black dude that was the. We are so good with names, Tristan.
You're great with names.
That one dude that was on that planet, and so that we saw in season 1, who was part of the master of the guild.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah. So when I said all their resources, I meant their people.
Yeah, all the other characters. Yeah. Because to back you up on your theory, someone had said, what if we get a robot, a droid that has face? It was a hologram of Palpatine's face, like in the campaign for 2019 or 2017 Battlefront 2. Yeah. And I was like, that'd be pretty solid until we get that's a big possibility, but I did hear somewhere that in the books they tried to do something like that. But it wasn't necessarily to the point of cloning, because remember, it wasn't confirmed until they released the book for episode 9 that was true, that
that was his plan.
Yeah, that someone, but they had tried to that there was another another species as Yoda was, and they tried to pull that to the dark side by manipulating them and everything. So it wasn't 100% like the cloning thing or taking over their body. It was more or less, pulling them to the dark side and then using them as like a pupil or something. Right. But same thing. I did hear something like that. I believe you too, 100%. That's where this is probably going.
Well,
but my biggest question. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to go towards the end of the episode, so you go ahead with whatever you're doing.
Okay. I was going to say, do you think Boba Fett would still be with the Empire? I mean, they were just hiring him. You don't think he would still, because they're not hiring him. Do you think they would still...
If they offered him...
Or he would still want to go there?
If they offered him money...
I think, I mostly think, Boba Fett's loyalty just remains with Jabba, but, since he died, it's not really confirmed which loyalty he lies with.
His loyalty is in money. Whoever's paying him well, he'll go with. And if the Empire has the money, they'll pay him.
I don't trust them to pay anybody. Especially that one dude in the last episode, the fish guy that was fixing a ship. I don't trust him.
I'm just saying.
They did put a tracker on him. That's true. I totally remember. They put a tracker on his ship.
I said I didn't trust him right from the start.
They're pretty...
Yeah.
Just for the way he looked. I just didn't trust him.
Do you think the Empire is gonna find Ahsoka on that planet? Because they might track places that he's stopped and everything.
I don't know. Well, I don't know if they would have too much interest in that place, because their primary focus is on Grogu. So
right,
they're gonna follow. They're gonna, or the asset.
Yeah.
Their primary interest is in that, and they have limited resources. So
that's true.
They're not focused on hunting down Jedi. They're focused on capturing Grogu. That's just what it is.
Yeah, what goes to show what more is left from the Empire that the Rebellion or the New Republic haven't destroyed yet. That just brings
a lot, I think.
More. Yeah, a lot, because they destroyed one fleet and a Death Star, and we all thought that was it. But we're no,
they're probably really scattered out there, dude. I don't doubt that there's still another.
They're scattered all over the Outer Rim. They're probably in uncharted sectors of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The uncharted sectors of the galaxy. I think they were just legends at first, but they turned canon throughout I think in Rebels a little bit. Yeah.
You think they'd still be looking for Luke Skywalker? You think they'd be looking for him at all?
Maybe. But then again, do
Possibly.
they really have the resources to go against the man that... maybe they think that he destroyed the Emperor, but I don't know. But do they really have the resources to go against someone who's able to match Vader in a fight?
I mean,
do they even know that? Do they even know that much, though? How much information are they allowed to be told?
Ray knew that, like, the stories about how Luke pulled Vader back to the light side. Because she mentioned that in one of the episodes.
That's true.
Episode 8. So if that got to Ray, who is literally nobody, let's be honest here, then it's entirely possible that they know that, you know, Luke not only could best Vader in a fight, but is able to persuade him to go back to the light. And Vader was the one that killed the Emperor. And if they know that, and they know that Luke is able to best Vader in a fight, then Luke is better than, or at least at match with Vader and the Emperor.
Huh.
So, you know,
but I mean,
they could try to look for him, but what's the motive? What are they going to do?
Right.
You know, he's just too powerful.
But like, I don't think it really does matter with clones or stormtroopers. It was like they wouldn't care who you were, but like they'll just attack you because it's a part of their programming or part of their orders.
Well, that's the.
I wouldn't say programming.
See, we're talking about stormtroopers here to Fallen Empire. I stuttered so bad right there, but anyway, we're talking about stormtroopers to a Fallen Empire, and they have limited resources. They don't have as much resources as they used to. They only have limited amount of troops. Yes, they're still powerful, but they're not invincible. So why would they try to go against basically God? You know what I mean?
Oh man, I
wouldn't call a Jedi like God or anything.
I wouldn't call it that either. But compared to
they have the powers of
yeah, compared to a normal person,
compared to a normal stormtrooper, that's what I'm comparing him to. I'm not saying that Luke is all powerful, but he's definitely a lot more powerful than they can handle with whatever forces they have left.
Oh, definitely.
So that's why I called him that, because I don't think that they're going to give the order unless they have some kind of other tactic going for them to go after Luke or Ahsoka for that matter. To be honest,
you know, speaking of Ahsoka, this is going off topic a little bit, but can I have a theory about it real quick?
Yeah, sure. We're all about
for Ahsoka Tano. Like, do you guys remember? Those few episodes where they went to this one planet and they met the Mortis Temple guards.
The Temple guards.
The Mortis Temple guards. Like, it was episode.
About that one Forest planet.
Yeah, that one Forest planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. In Rebels, they were called They were confirmed called Mortis Temple guards.
Okay. Are we talking about this episode where it was Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka?
Yeah, where they all went to this forest planet, and they met the father, the sister, and the brother,
and the son, or brother.
I'm sorry,
either both.
The father, daughter, and son.
Holy Spirit.
The father, daughter, and son, and like that one episode where Ahsoka gets bit by that creature and she gets possessed by the dark side a little bit, and then when she dies, the daughter gives her life energy to Ahsoka, which has me thinking a little bit. Could Ahsoka be the new daughter for the Mortis Temple?
It's a pretty interesting theory. But what season was that? Was it season 6?
I think it was, or like season 4, season 5, season. No, I don't think it was season 6. Season 6 was mostly based around like Yoda and stuff. Am I right? Yeah.
I don't know if it would come to that, but honestly, that's a good theory.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, like
But she also is a Force ghost. because we did hear her. We did hear her.
Oh yeah. I think she. I think that might have confirmed that she did die, though.
Or maybe if she is part of that like guard thing, then maybe she's just that powerful. Maybe she talked to her through there.
She was able to do what she did to Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not Yoda, Grogu. Yeah, I gotta start calling him by his name now.
You start drinking something because you sound like you're in a whole.
I actually am. I'm drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Nice. Nice. I'm out of that.
But like that's what I'm thinking about. Like she's
thinking about alcohol.
She's probably more powerful in the Force than we can ever imagine. Probably more powerful than Luke. Luke in some way.
I don't
probably.
know about that. Maybe, but probably not.
I don't know. That sounded a lot more better in my head a little bit. Like she's almost as powerful as Luke.
Speaking of, right, and this is highly. I don't know if this is possible, but going towards the end of the episode, Ahsoka told Mando to go seek out a certain area, some kind of like temple, and place Grogu on the Seeing Stone or whatever it was called. As he reaches out to the Force, maybe a Jedi will come by and train him. What if?
Are you taking my theory?
Or wait, is it your theory?
No, it's not even my theory. I'm kidding. No.
I know you and I mentioned it before, like to each other.
I was saying something really, really bad, so I want you to tell me yours first, and then I'll say mine. Go ahead.
What I'm thinking is like, I don't know if this is going to happen because they didn't confirm anything, and of course, the original actor's not going to be the person. Well, what if they bring in Luke Skywalker?
Yes, I thought that's what you were going with. That's a very solid theory. It
would be both satisfying and dissatisfying knowing what happened to Luke Skywalker's class. But
yeah, but like who's gonna be able to play as young Luke?
Well, that's what they did with young Carrie Fisher. They did her very young in the end of Rogue One. So it's not like it's impossible.
And they did it with
That's what they did with Tarkin.
With Solo. They had a whole different actor.
Wait, what are you talking? Oh yeah, but they didn't have Harrison Ford, which is what they should have done. They should have done that, but they didn't want to spend the money.
Really? They would have.
It was a Disney. Disney owned them. Disney owned them at the time. They would have had enough money.
Don't sit here and tell me that freaking 80-year-old Harrison Ford walking around.
Is he 80?
Walker is playing 20-year-old.
He's not 80.
Ford. I don't want to hear.
He's not 80.
He's not 80, but he's old. He ain't playing a 20-year-old. I'm just saying, Jordan. It's just not happening. They had to get someone else for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, even so,
they
could either have a different stand-in or stand-in and plus the CGI on his face. Because
he's 78.
They did it.
He's 78. Oh my God!
A 78-year-old out there trying to play a 20-year-old version of himself? I don't think so. Plus, he hates doing that role. He hates all that.
I remember he said in the interview for episode 7 or episode 8, if you would have had to do another Star Wars role, what would it be? And he said, I'd kill myself. Or he said, what would you do? He said, I'd kill myself. And then it just showed the video of him getting stabbed by Kylo's lightsaber. And I was like, yeah, that's a punch in the gut.
But like, who was that again? I remember seeing that video, but like,
Harrison
who was
Ford,
it again?
Han Solo.
Oh, Harrison Ford. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know the actor's name who played him as a young hero.
It was Alden.
What was his name?
His first name was Alden. I don't remember his.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember his last name though. I feel like his last name was like Australian or something. I don't know why.
Alden.
His last name is Alden.
Oh man.
Alden. Ehrenreich.
I remember.
Ehrenreich.
Tristan, me and you.
It's German. Sorry, go on.
For people that don't know, me and Tristan went to the same high school, so but we didn't have the same. I took physics and he took zoology. His zoology teacher. Wait, no, you didn't you?
No, I took a different version of like chemistry where you color in a book
But
because I was stupid.
see, you would wait. It was like a health class or something. You had to learn about bones or something.
Yeah, it was. No, that wasn't chemistry. It was biology.
No, it was like advanced biology or something. Anyways, you were literally next door. My physics. What did I say? Chemistry? I meant physics. My physics teacher was really into Star Trek. Your teacher was really into Star Wars.
Mr. R.
And I remember, yeah, Mr. R. And I'm so glad we're saying Mr. R because I don't even remember his real name.
I'm just not. Saying
yeah, I know. Just goes to show how much he meant to me. Anyways, so I remember I was talking to him, and it was around that time when it was getting ready to come out. I think like 2017 or something. And I remember asking him, "What do you? I think they should have had Harrison Ford play, but do what they did with Carrie Fisher at the end of Rogue One, just CGI her." And exactly what they did with Tarkin, too. They CGI'd him. So, he said to me, "Oh, the kid can't act." And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" And he said he's just terrible. So was Jason Momoa. For people that don't know, Jason Momoa, he plays Aquaman. He was terrible. But as the years went on, he was a better actor. But, I don't know. Watching Solo now, I feel like he wasn't that bad of an actor, but I feel like there were parts where he was, that could have been done a little bit better. So, I feel like for the Luke Skywalker thing, it's a good theory. Maybe if Mark Hamill loves it, right. So he might be willing to do it.
Well, here's the thing. They did CGI him in Episode 9. Where they had that one scene. Yeah, you remember that?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it actually was done pretty well. Like, I could tell.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
But it was done pretty well. It was great to see young...
The Yoda scene was great, too.
Oh, yeah, it was. They went back to the puppet.
Yeah, that was real cool, too. I love that.
But, yeah, it's just... Yeah.
I feel like he would be down to do it. And I feel like they could pull it off. They have so much money. Disney has so much money, but they don't want to give it up. They're so cheap. They really are. Money. I know they hold on to it, and they're like,
because they're just like, a movie doesn't have to be good. It just has to be watched. It needs to make money.
Here's the thing: they're so rich that they're putting. For Disney Plus for all their Marvel shows that are coming out, and plus Mandalorian, like we talked about in episode 1, the video quality is so great it looks just like a movie. Yeah. It doesn't look like crap like normal TV shows do.
That's one thing they put it like better was I feel like they saw like the Mandalorian season 1 did so well that they upped the budget just a little bit for season 2.
Maybe just a little bit, yeah, but nonetheless it still looks like a movie. The graphics are great. CGI is good. They have the money, so they should at least spend it. If that's the direction that they want to go in, of course, we're just talking about hypothetically. It's just a theory. If they were to bring Luke Skywalker, I definitely, for one, think that they should. If Mark Hamill wants to do it, CGI him and do it real good because they have the money. That's of course, like I said, if that's the direction that they want to go in.
Right. But yeah, I don't know.
We can only hope. But anyways, this episode was great. Last episode was great.
The episode I didn't like was episode 2. I feel like after it just got better.
Yeah, 3 and 4. We're on episode 4 now, aren't we?
No, this is 5.
Okay, what was episode 4? Bo-Katan.
Yeah. No.
What was episode...
No.
Frick me.
Yeah,
I need to look this for myself.
Where he goes back to the guild planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That episode was actually pretty good.
It
Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it was.
But then he continued on to go to Corvus. But yeah, this episode was...
Actually, it was just like, I think it was just like I think like Bo-Katan said it was the forest moon of Corvus. Yeah, she said that. Am I right? Yeah.
Is it what?
The forest moon of Corvus. I think she did say
what
that.
What do you call Endor?
Forest moon
No,
of
you
Endor.
don't. No, you don't. You don't.
What?
Don't see here lie. Don't see here lie. You call Endor Endor. All right, we all know. Listen, Endor's a forest moon too. But you still call it Endor, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Don't
Yes.
sit here.
He's
Don't
giving
sit
it.
here.
Yes.
Don't sit here and correct me on how I refer to Corvus, even though it's a moon.
I apologize. I sound like such a hypocrite. I apologize.
Yeah, bro. I was about to say,
man.
like, I know it's a forest moon, but don't sit here and say that people haven't done it before. I called it Endor for my entire life, and I know other people have too.
Oh man.
All right.
Did everyone get a point in that they wanted to talk about?
I believe that most of our points were put in. We definitely covered the whole episode.
I think so too. Yeah.
All right. This has been the ChaoticCorp podcast. We do this every week or so until the show in question is done with their season. So you could tune back next week for another episode. You could follow me at... we stream 10 at a time. You could follow me at twitch.tv/ApolloYourKing. You could follow Hotpocket or Jordan at twitch.tv/Hotpocket61. Alpha has a YouTube channel himself, and that will be linked in the description. And will also be put on a card that you'll probably see on screen right about now. So just enjoy the rest of the week, and we hope to see you here next week.
Hope you had a Thanksgiving as well.